I am calling this 25 Days of Gratefulness. And I felt led to do this video as I was laying in bed last night and I couldn't sleep with so much going on around the world and in my own personal life. And I know that, there's probably a lot of you out there that are not taking care of yourself. So one thing I want to address, I was a hospice nurse for 20 plus years before I got mobilized for the Army the last 3 years. But I used to talk to my patients a lot and families about compounded grief. And we've had a lot of grief this past year because of what has gone on around our country and around many other countries. It's affected everybody. There's not one of us that have not been affected by it. So maybe you didn't lose somebody through this. Maybe somebody you didn't know didn't get sick, or that you did know didn't get sick. But a lot of us have. I would say probably 99.9% of us have been affected some way. So it is so important. So whether you have already faced a loss of a loved one, a loss of a friend, a loss of a pet, a loss of a relationship, because of all of this, you need to just be careful, because we have what's called compounded grief. And if we don't deal with that grief in the moment, in the time right, then another loss might occur. Maybe you had a loss of the job. A lot of people lost their jobs, lost income. I mean, just so many things have happened that I just want you to all be careful about compounded grief. And if you have lost, or all of those, if you have lost somebody or lost a job or relationship or lost your income, you have to grieve like you would anything else. It is important to pay attention to your body, because a lot of times your body will tell you something's wrong and you don't know what, and you don't know, should I go to the doctor? I mean, I keep having these heart palpitations, or I keep having this pain and I've never had this pain before. Well, sometimes that can be even our emotions telling us we need to grieve, we need to take care of ourselves. So 25 days of gratefulness, I just want you to start with day one. Just be grateful. Be grateful for you being here, okay? Sometimes we have to be grateful for the small things in our lives, and sometimes we just have to write down. And I know that you might hear that from a lot of people, but it is important. It is important to remind us. And so what I would just challenge everybody for the next 25 days, just keep track of, just write down, I'm grateful for this. And if you can only think of one thing, then it's okay. Throw it into a jar and put day one. And then tomorrow put day two. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful I can get out of bed on my own. So sometimes it's simple things like that. I'm grateful that I have a bed to sleep in. So let's do 25 days of gratefulness, and then we're going to do something at the end of the gratefulness. Have an awesome evening.